Morning, y'all. Got the birds singing. I like coming out here in the morning and just listening. They're always singing the same song. Just happy. Joy. Beautiful day in creation. Just being themselves. That came up earlier, this topic. That's like that's huge right now, authenticity, and that's really what it's about. But there's a whole lot of misconceptions, and well, it's really just our old erroneous misinterpretations is all that it is. And because to one degree, authenticity is all that ever is. But on another hand, you've been very unauthentic in an allegiance, a giving credence to a belief system of fear, a belief system of projection, a belief in unreality, a belief in trying to be what you're not. And so now it's very simple. It's just really about that honesty and looking at what's coming up in your experience and like really being honest with that. Like, why am I doing this? And it's not that, like, at some point, yeah, this might take some self-investigation, but at another point, the obviousness of this is going to start to really flare up. And as a collective, as humanity, as a people, we're evolving to the point where, this isn't like a spiritual like concept that you have to go into crazy advanced metaphysics about. This is going to be very basic self-honesty, and this is already rapidly changing, and the simplicity is just like really growing. It's like the common sense that we've joked about for so long being uncommon. Well, that's about to be very common. And it's evolving very rapidly, and you have the potential to really step into that now. That's always been the case, but and it's going to become very recognizable when you see that you've been doing something out of fear. You've been doing something out of some sense of obligatory guilt. You've been some sense of sacrifice, there's some sense of loss or idea of gain behind what's really being done. It's like the ends justify the means, but like in the heart of hearts, it's not right. And it's like it doesn't fit. It's like you're still putting on the shoe that's a size too small, and you damn know it, and you're like, yeah, but these new shoes are if I just keep grinding, I'm gonna get blah blah. That's the mentality. And it's so obviously outdated now, and we're just ready to be like, okay, no more. What is this? What's with all the noise? And it's balancing that too, because there's at the same time, with the simplicity, with the common sense, there's this paradoxical new level of information and interpreting information energetically. And, this can seem somewhat overwhelming as it comes in, because we're not used to the amount of information, the way the information's coming in. And really it's about that balancing that peace and that stillness with that, and seeing like, okay, even this, doesn't change anything. It's still holding true to oneself and being stable within oneself, and being able to just, you're acting from that. spontaneously in authenticity. Always. That's the new status quo. And it's like, yeah, there's going to still be those situations and those relationships that seem to have gravity to the old, that want to, essentially snare, excuse me, snare one back in, if you will, to those old. It's really frequency too, because that's kind of the new paradigm I was just talking about with the energetic interpretation. But it's slipping back into that old frequency, and it doesn't fit. That's that old shoe, that is too small. That frequency is no longer comfortable, and it's obvious. And it's going to be very, very recognizable, very simplistic. Don't get caught up in the words. Like, that's not important, like, because you can get into that, like, well, what's this? But if you're really being honest with oneself, it's obvious. Like, oh yeah, I'm like the constricting fear and that obligatory guilt, and like that doesn't, you feel that, you recognize that, we all do. And it doesn't matter what the symbol is, who it was, what the projection is, what the relationship was to this person, that thing. Because I say person, the thing is, it can be just symbols in your life, like a job, a house, a location, whatever. Some belief system, a goal. All these things, it's like really going to start to become obvious. Like, where is this coming from? What's the drive? And what's no longer coming from that honest alignment and excitement and joy in the immediacy for your authentic self? That's going to stand out so much, and it's going to be like, what? No, that's not me. And then this is where the non-judgment comes in, because it's just like, it's like the birds of a feather thing. So it's like, okay, you got these birds over here, they're doing their thing, these are over here, that's fine. They don't judge each other. They they eat the same seeds sometime. And I know what Mana's after. She's not a fan of birds, by the way. They don't flock together. She'll be all right. So it's that, right? It'll be very, very easy to shift into this, guys. And that doesn't mean there's not going to be turbulence. That doesn't mean, you're not going to get some of those old birds coming and pecking at you and trying to pull those. That's that gravity. Those are those relationships that have gravity, and that's fine. We still see that. We learn how to interact with that, because you can no longer use that as an excuse outside of yourself to justify doing things that aren't true to you, because it seemed like that's not doing anybody service. That is not service. That's continuing the lie. And we're done with that. We're done with that. Thank God. So yeah, we'll just listen to the song, and we're going to start to realize we're singing the same song. We've always all been singing it together, and just like the birds in the morning. And then we'll realize we are the son of the morning. It truly is our song we're singing. Thank y'all. Peace and love. Bye.